Hi, folks. I'm Scott Giles. I'm a certified consulting hypnotist and a life coach practicing in the Chicagoland area. Every Saturday at 2:30 Central Time, I do a short video like this to introduce some topic related to consulting hypnotism or life coaching. My practice has three areas of focus: cancer care, and that's probably what I'm best known for, oncology; weight management or bariatrics; and the newest area of focus, the hypnotic enhancement of natural fertility. Now, I've done fertility work for almost all of my 30-year career as a consulting hypnotist. But the person who really is the shining star in this universe is someone who was once a student of mine, someone I was very proud of. Her name is Lindsay Eastburn, and she practices in Denver. And since 2003, she has worked with hypnofertility, the enhancement of a woman's fertility. Her practice is worldwide now, and there is even a Hypnofertility International organization. Check it out, hypnofertility.com. And Lindsay received the Hypnosis Research Award from the National Guild of Hypnotists for her work in hypnotic fertility. I decided after a while that I would actually go through the formal training program and become a certified hypnofertility consultant, simply because I'm the kind of person that needs to keep moving forward. I've got a busy practice here with oncology and bariatrics, but I need to keep my edge. And so I decided to do that. I reached out to Lindsay. She was happy to have me as a student, which was an interesting role reversal. And the training was fantastic. I strongly recommend it to colleagues who are thinking of adding this. Now, hypnotically assisted fertility is an aspect of what's called ART, A-R-T, assisted reproductive technology. That includes the techniques of egg donation, embryo adoption, gestational carriers, IUI or intrauterine insemination, and IVF, in vitro fertilization. These are sophisticated techniques that can enhance a person's ability to get pregnant if she wants to. But the success rate is not high. Only about 20% of the people who go through some of these procedures will actually get pregnant and successfully carry a pregnancy to term. And that's not a very high number, especially as these fertility procedures at fertility centers are very expensive. Even if your insurance company does cover, and many insurance companies do cover now, there's still going to be significant out-of-pocket costs in the $10,000 to $20,000 range, maybe even more. And if you do things like surrogation, it's going to be way more than that. So this is an area of people who are highly motivated to do anything they can to improve their odds, to get it above that 20%. And what we found empirically is that hypnosis can be a huge help. In my practice, even before formally getting the certification, I had about a half dozen people successfully conceive through hypnotic enhancement. Some were in fact getting ready for IVF and actually got pregnant naturally. So it's clearly works. There is research that shows the effectiveness of hypnotically enhanced fertility, although the sample base is not currently large enough that we can quantify it and say, well, this will add 10 or 15% to your odds. But the empirical research is there, and certainly there's a lot of anecdotal stories of women who have been struggling to get pregnant, even with assisted reproduction technology, who went to see a hypnotist and it worked. Now, according to the Centers for Disease Control, there are 6.7 million women aged 15 to 44, the childbearing years, that have what's called impaired fecundity. That is, their ability to get pregnant is impaired. They can get pregnant, but it's very difficult for them. And there's another 1.5 million women, married women between the ages of 15 and 44, who are unable to conceive at all, even after a year of regular unprotected sex with a husband or live-in partner. So there's a huge number of people who want to get pregnant, who are highly motivated to get pregnant, are willing to pay to get pregnant, and we can help. Now, infertility is a huge business. These centers are massive and very well off financially. One of my friends, Art Leidecker, a beloved colleague, was for a while married to a woman from Uganda, and he went to Uganda to visit her family. And this is a poor country. People are living basically in huts in some places. Yet there was a state-of-the-art fertility center, absolutely high-tech, able to support itself. There were enough people, even in a poor country, that wanted to get pregnant, that facility could exist and thrive. Reproducing is a fundamental human desire. And so if we can help, that's a very good thing. Now, fertility enhancement is a kind of medical hypnosis. And like all forms of medical hypnosis, there's nothing really special about it. It's what hypnotists just do. The management of suggestion, induction of trance, the use of affirmation. What sets medical hypnosis apart from just general practice is that if you're going to do it, you can't have any big gaps in your skill set. You need to be able to do it all. Regressions, subconscious purge, parts work, the whole kit and caboodle. You need to be a master of your metaphors and of your imagery, and you need to know when to use them with a particular client. Now, the hypnofertility curriculum really lays it out nicely in a standard protocol, and so it's a great place to get started if you want to learn to do that. But it's not a beginner's work. You need to know what you're doing as a hypnotist. But if you do know what you're doing, this can be a wonderful thing to bring to the population. These women are very, very desirous of having children. And to assist them in achieving that goal is, the work of God. It's a truly blessed thing to be able to do for another person. Now, in my own practice, I've always enjoyed this kind of work. I work mostly with motivated people who have cancer or they're obese, and with fertility. And so there's no resistance. They show up for their appointments. They carry out their homework. And so it's a very, very satisfying way of practicing consulting hypnotism. Now, if you're someone who is trying to conceive or think you might want to use hypnotically assisted fertility, check out hypnofertility.com. There's a whole roster of people who are trained and certified by that organization to provide this service, who know the protocols, who have demonstrated their ability to do this work successfully, and choose someone that appeals to you. So in my practice, 3 areas of focus: oncology, bariatrics, and fertility, and probably fertility is the most fun. Thank you for your time and attention. I will be back next week, and next week I'm going to be talking about hysteria. And I promise it will be hysterical. I'm sorry, that's a bad joke. But hysteria is one of the original psychiatric problems that led to the formalization of hypnosis. I think you'll find it of interest. Tune in, and thank you for your attention. If I can be of help to you, feel free to reach out. Bye-bye now.